the new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to TNC, the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. My name is Mon Mendoza, streaming live from Pasig City.
And I am Mapette or streaming live, also from Pasig City. This is Healthline.
Good day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on our 6th episode. We're here to serve you every Wednesday and Friday at 4 p.m. to help those of you who may want to have health issues, as well as those who just want to feel better or look better. If it's your first time to tune in to our new show, welcome to the listeners on board.
In every episode of Healthline, you will hear and get updated with the latest health news and views.
And tips from our doctors and health experts on how to keep a healthy lifestyle and deal with various health challenges that are so prevalent today.
You'll be entertained and inspired with real, dramatic, true-to-life stories of real people who are able to overcome their health crisis so you can have great hope.
And the best part, to hear something positive or a beautiful story that will make you smile amid the darkness of our pandemic times. Isn't that great? So let's start the ball rolling.
Hi, Mon! Have you heard from a press release from the Department of Health that it has inked? So nagkaroon sila ng Memorandum of Agreement with the Department of Interior and Local Government o DILG to launch a campaign versus COVID-19 called Bida ang May Disiplina.
Oh yes, Mapette. I did. It is beautifully coined and very appropriate for these times because it is what I call as positive reinforcement, isn't it? It's the government's quest for positive behavior change to drastically reduce cases and prevent transmission of COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the Department of Health and the Department of Interior and Local Government, DILG, formally inked this partnership with the private sector and local celebrities. It's called Bida ang May Disiplina, Solusyon sa COVID-19 National Advocacy Campaign.
Okay yan ah. This will encourage Filipinos to have individual self-discipline, a quality that oftentimes we all neglect, especially now that there is a deliberate violation of health protocols set by the government and even flaunted by the social media. Marami pa ring pasaway. You all need to do this because as the authorities seek ease restriction, nagbubukas na kasi yung mga negosyo, Mon. Kasi kailangan mag-survive na economy. So, napipilitan tayo magbukas. Pero sa pagbubukas, nagkakaroon din ng problema. As we've always said in our past talks, in our past episodes. So, as of September 30, that's only 2 days ago, there are 311,694 cases na sa Pilipinas. And it's the highest in Southeast Asia. And 5,504 deaths. Now, may good news konti. It's slowly dwindling. Nung last few weeks of September, pababa. pero malayo pa rin sa tinatawag nilang flattening of the curve, which is the ideal.
Government and private cooperation are an ideal solution. As Secretary Duque said, ang laban natin against COVID-19 ay hindi laban ng gobyerno lamang. Bawat isa sa atin, kabilang ang private sector, ay may malaking role na ginagampanan. They were able to harness the help of private sector expertise, which includes ad agencies, celebrities such as Regine Velasquez, Lizar Ocampo, Alden Richards, Paulo Billones, at iba pa, and private corporations, pro bono or free, to support the campaign. They are doing this out of love for country and the willingness to give their contribution and the crisis, according to Secretary Ano, our DILG chief. Ang DOH, Secretary Duque added that we can all be bida solusyon sa COVID-19. Sali tayong lahat dito mga viewers para maging bida din tayo.
Love it! This is the Filipino bayanihan spirit at work. Tapos minix pa sa superhero na sobrang uso ngayon, di ba? So ibig sabihin, hindi lang sa sine ang bida, dapat sa totoong buhay din. At ito ang pagkakataon ninyo mga viewers, maging bida. Kung lahat tayo, especially you, our dear viewers, you can do your part by initiating and practicing discipline as required by the Department of Health, which includes the wearing of masks, social distancing, washing of hands often, sanitizing possible contaminants, avoiding crowds, avoiding places where there are crowds like restaurants and malls. Actually, simple lang para maging bida, di ba? This will definitely lower our COVID cases to at least manageable levels. At ituloy-tuloy natin yung pagbaba ng September.
Okay yan. And we are so blessed today that we will hear it directly from where the action is. Our guest is a doctor from the Department of Health, who will also talk about how we can accelerate the fight versus COVID-19 through immunity.
Okay, let me have the honor, Mon, to introduce our very special guest. She is the City Health Officer of San Jose del Monte and a very busy mom. Okay, her topic today would be my immune system and the wonder molecule. And siguro dagdag natin, and how she survived COVID-19. Let's all welcome on board Dr. Betzaida Banaag. Good morning, Doc. Ay, good afternoon, Doc.
Hi,
Hello
Doc.
po, good afternoon.
Doc. Yes, Doc.
Hi,
Hello
Doc.
po.
Kamusta
Good
ka?
afternoon, everyone. Ito po, okay na okay. Alive na alive.
Alive na alive, ha?
Yes.
Welcome to our show, Doc. And a lot of listeners today are very excited to hear from you about your story. And okay, Doc, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Sir
Okay,
Juan and
pero
Mama
bago, wait. May gusto kong tanungin. Wait
Okay.
lang. Before your talk, may I ask your comments first regarding the DOH-DILG private-public sector joint campaign on BIDA versus COVID-19? What's your take on that, Doc?
As City Health Officer, ito ay isang magandang strategy kasi alam naman natin ngayon na wala pa tayong vaccine. Ang ating talagang hope. At sa ngayon, ang atin lang talagang maaasahan, isa sa mga maaasahan ay ang strict adherence to the health protocol. Pero kagaya na ng sinabi kanina, talagang napakaraming tao yung hindi sumusunod. So, ang Department of Health ay hindi tumitigil upang magkaroon ng iba't ibang strategies. At ito nga BIDA Solution COVID-19 ay isa sa mga strategies na kanilang naisip upang mapansin at matutunan ng mga tao kung ano ba talaga yung dapat na gawin. Kasi yung dating mga isinasagawang strategy, parang tinitignan lang ng tao, pinapakinggan, pero hindi nila isinasabuhay. So with the Bida Solution COVID-19, na ang lahat ngayon ay magiging participants, ang lahat, ang tagapagpatupad at ang tao sa community, lahat ay merong kanyang sarili-sariling responsibilidad sa strategy na ito. So I think dapat nating tangkilikin ito at talagang bigyan ng pansin at ipagpatuloy sa lahat ng communities.
Okay. First of all, yung pangalan mo, Doc, very interesting sa akin. Betzaida sounds so biblical. Tama ba? Sa Biblia ba galing yan? At medyo unique?
Yes,
Tama ba?
biblical ito. It's a place in the Bible. Kung magpunta kayo ng Holy Land, you will see the place. Ito ang hometown ni Peter and Andrew, yung magkapatid. At ito rin yung laging sinasabi sa Bible na pag si Jesus hindi maganda yung niya sa Chorazin and sa Betzaida kasi ito yung mga lugar na medyo pasaway nung mga panahon na iyon. So it's in the Bible.
Wow. Hindi pa ako nagpupunta sa Holy Land at dream namin ng anak ko na si Carla. Pumunta dyan siguro after the COVID. Yun ang aming number 1 na destination. Ikaw ba, Mon? Napunta ka na ba sa Betzaida?
Hindi pa.
Mon?
Hindi pa.
Hindi pa rin. Oh. Teka, sabay-sabay na tayo. Anyway, Doc, taking one step forward, no? How can we, as ordinary citizens, participate more than just following instructions in this bida campaign? Tagasunod lang ba kami para maging bida?
Ma'am, yes, sa umpisa, tagasunod lang ang mga mamamayan. Kasi ibababa ito sa lahat ng communities. Awareness, ano ba itong bida solution na ito? Ano bang ibig sabihin ng B, ng I, ng D at ng A? Pero sa susunod na mga pagkakataon, hindi naman kayo magiging follower. Kasi siyempre hindi naman kaya ng tauhan ng gobyerno na ipatupad ito. We need the cooperation and the participation of everybody in the community. So kung malaman na ninyo kung ano ito, you will follow and then you will let other people know the BIDA solution. So kayo na yung magbabalita sa mga ibang tao sa community. Like for example, if you are a member of a religious organization or the HOA or any organization in the community, kayo na din yung magbibida tungkol sa BIDA solution. And then you will not only follow but keep on letting people know. At kayo na din ang kasama namin na magmo-monitor kung na-aware ba natin sila, nalaman nila, at sumusunod ba sila. At kung hindi sila sumusunod, kasama din namin kayong magpaplano kung ano yung gagawin natin para natin sila mapasunod. So everybody has a role in the implementation of the BIDA solution strategy.
That's nice.
Mon, would you like to comment on that? Sa tingin mo, we can participate more?
Of course, we should, di ba? I think it's a call to be united in this BIDA solution. Kaya kailangan siguro mga mamamayan ay talagang magsama-sama tayo para sundin at mag-cooperate tayo sa ganitong mga solusyon. Di po ba? Mm-hmm.
Oo, kasi alam mo, ang malungkot, like mga example sa Amerika, there are actually cities na parang freedom daw nila ang gawin nila kung anong gusto nila. Kung gusto nilang lumabas, labas sila. They even ask pride na to be free, freedom daw. They can do anything. So because of that, it is exactly these cities that are increasing in COVID cases because of that pagkapasaway. And we hope it will not happen in our country, di ba? Mababait naman tayo, masunuri naman talaga tayo. Kaya lang, wala lang disiplina talaga, di ba?
Yes. Oo.
So, to our dear viewers, you can put in your comments. Kayo rin, I'm sure meron kayong mga opinion. Or maybe questions dito sa chat room. So, the good doctor can respond later. Siguro, Doc, excited ng ating mga viewers, no? You might want to give us your own story on your career. I heard it's 40-year career as a health officer and your journey regarding immunity. and the wonder molecule that saved your life. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay,
Okay,
Doc.
so once again, good afternoon, everyone, and it is really a great pleasure for me to be a part of this activity. And I would like to thank everyone for inviting me over. So kung excited po kayo, mas excited siguro ako na makasama kayo at makapag-share sa inyo. So alam niyo pa as a doctor, I am a firm believer of the old saying that prevention is better than cure. So simply said, kung health ang pinag-uusapan natin, ang ibig sabihin nito, wag nating hayaang magkasakit muna tayo at saka pa tayo kikilos. Wag nating hintayin magkaroon muna tayo ng diabetes, magkaroon tayo ng hypertension. Saka pa lang tayo mag-iisip at mag-uumpisa na tayo ay mag-healthy diet, tayo ay mag-regular exercise, to quit smoking, to quit alcohol drinking, at saka pa lang natin uumpisahan at uminom tayo ng ating mga supplements, yung ating mga vitamins at ang ating wonder molecule na hindi natin nakukuha sa ating mga pagkain. So, yun ang ugali natin, karaniwang ugali natin. So, alam nyo, in public health, na sabi nga, I've spent my 40 years of being a doctor in public health. Practically 40 years of my life as a doctor in public health. So, in public health, our health programs and projects, they are all geared towards making the body healthy and prepared for diseases like cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, hypertension, stroke, at communicable diseases like tuberculosis, pneumonia, and of course, the COVID-19. So, one way to prepare our body is through what? Of course, it is through a healthy, educated, and responsive immune system. Sa immune system, lahat tayo, alam natin ito, nadidinig natin, lagi natin sinasabi. So, the immune system, the parts of the immune system are the soldiers of the body. They keep on fighting infections and keeping our bodies healthy. So, ano-ano yung mga parts ng immune system? Unang-una yung ating skin, it acts as a barrier. Other organs like the lungs, the spleen, the intestines, they are all parts of the immune system. At nadidinig natin the white blood cells, yung ating mga WBC, they have natural killer cells, they have the T lymphocytes, the B lymphocytes. They are all part of the immune system. So how does the immune system work? In simple words, it's like this. The immune system keeps a record of all the microbes. When say microbes, the germs, the bacteria, the viruses that enter the body. And basta pumasok sa katawan natin, naka-record na yan. Nasa memory na yan ng ating immune system. Bakit niya inire-record? So that when the time comes na papasok ulit itong mga microbes na ito or mga antigens na ito sa ating katawan, the immune system will recognize and destroy them quickly so that they will not be able to harm the body at before they can multiply and make us sick. Mapapatay na siya at madedestroy na siya ng ating immune system. So ang tawag natin dito, laging sinasabi ng mga tao, nagiging immune na tayo sa sakit na yon. And it's true. So, paano naman tayo nagkakaroon ng immunity? So, ang immunity, makukuha natin yan sa dalawang paraan. So, yung tinatawag na innate or natural immunity, ito yung immunity na pagkapanganak sa atin ay nasa katawan na natin ito. So, yung dugo natin na may mga WBC, may mga killer cells, nandiyan na yan. So, yun din, kung tayo ay pinanganak tayo, yung galing sa ating magulang, sa ating nanay, ay nandun na rin sa katawan natin. So sa first 6 months, may panlaban tayo agad. At pwede rin naman as we grow older, yung adaptive immunity or the acquired immunity ay makuha natin. Like for example, na-expose tayo sa virus. Like for example, sa measles. So pag na-expose tayo sa measles, nagkaroon tayo ng measles, we will be immune. So ang tawag natin dito is passive immunity. So tayo naman binabakunahan mula pagkapanganak, bakuna. So ito yung tinatawag nating active immunity. So ang ating immune system, kung hindi natin siya masyadong naaalagaan, The immune system can uh, over become overactive or pwede itong maging underactive. Pag ito yung naging overactive, dito yung meron tayong mga nararamdaman and referable to like mga allergies natin, yan, kasama yan dyan. Autoimmune diseases, kung saan sarili natin, nilalabanan natin yung sarili natin. At pwede naman itong maging underactive at sa pagkakataong ito yung nagkakaroon tayo ng infection na hindi nalalabanan ng ating katawan dahil hindi nga umaaksyon ng ating immune system. Like, nagkakaroon tayo ng cancer at iba pang mga sakit. So, there should be something to balance the immune system. So, pwede ito ang healthy lifestyle, and we can also have some other supplements like the Wonder Molecule to balance the immune system. So, as a city health officer, I am a doctor with many factors na nagpapahina ng aking immune system. So, first, I'm 65. So, ang sabi, ayon sa pag-aaral, the very young, mahina ang kanilang immune system sapagkat hindi pa to well-developed. And ang mga senior citizens naman, those who are 60 and above, as we age, nag-age din naman yung ating immune system. So, it is weaker than the usual. So, isa na yun sa mga factors na meron din ako. Exposure to bacteria and to virus, it's the nature of my work. Being a doctor, I have to interview, I have to talk with different kinds of people na hindi ko alam kung ano ang meron sila. I do field works and I do medical consultation. So, exposure is another factor sa akin. Stress. Stress is a big factor because it is not a joke to take care of the health status of 700,000 people in our city and to manage 150 staff and to handle 750 volunteers under my office and with 24 health programs and projects to implement in the whole city. It's really not a joke. It is very stressful. And this is the reason why nakikita ng iba na kung ganito yung age mo, ganito yung exposure mo, at ganito yung stress mo, talagang your immune system will be weakened. But in my case, parang hindi ganon yung nangyari. Like, hindi ako nagkakasakit. Actually, wala akong absences sa aking trabaho. I'm always here.
Wow.
And then, I can go out. I can mingle with people. Sabi ng iba, stay in the office. Hindi pwede sa akin stay in the office. I have to talk to so many people, mga kapitan, at kung sino-sino. But one very particular thing that happened to me was when I was exposed to a doctor unknowingly na meron na pala siyang signs and symptoms of COVID. That was in March 2020. That was March 13. So he gave a report during that seminar, and he was only about 12 inches away from me. I was sitting and he was talking. So yung droplets niya, lahat ay nakukuha ko. Nakukuha ko siya. And then after few days, the Department of Health notified me that this doctor was already confined in the hospital. And he tested positive for COVID. So I was alarmed. Everybody, including the mayor, was alarmed because I was with them. And then, after a few days, this doctor died. And so I was on quarantine already, but I was doing my regular exercise, my healthy diet. I sleep, I relax, I do my work from home, and I, of course, take my Wonder Molecule. But the good thing is, my Wonder Molecule, I have been taking this regularly, never miss it my whole life. For the past 5 years, I'm taking 2 capsules a day. And then when I learned about the doctor who died of COVID, I increased the dose at once. I took 6 capsules in a day. And until my quarantine period, I took it that way. And I did not have any symptoms. The Department of Health was very worried about me because of my age and my other factors. So I was monitored every day, and not even a cough or a sore throat or colds uh, I did not complain of anything. I was up and about doing my work in the house. And I tested negative, 2 consecutive tests, negative. And as if nothing happened, I went back to work. And up to now, because I've been exposed every day to the patients to COVID. San Jose del Monte has more than 1,000 cases of COVID cases. So
Wow.
I still take my Wonder Molecule, and it is now a part of my healthy lifestyle of the package. So I people from the department and people from the city really interviewed me. Ano daw ba yung ginawa ko? At ganito yung nangyari, parang wala lang, nagdaan lang si COVID na hindi napansin. And then I told them about the Wonder Molecule. That I told them, it is okay that you take the vitamin C, the other supplements, but you have to have the Wonder Molecule because as I see it, yung ating mga vitamins, ang challenge mo, boost mo yung immune system mo. But the Wonder Molecule is a cell-mediated immunity being transferred to your immune system. So it's there already. Pag pumasok na ang virus or bacteria, mare-recognize na niya kaagad and then made-destroy. So I am very thankful really to all my friends who supported me. But the support is really very important. Family, friends, and of course, my healthy lifestyle, including the Wonder Molecule. So in San Jose del Monte, many people now are taking the molecule. So that's the story, and here I am. This is my second extension already. Actually, I retired last February, but then the mayor requested the civil service for my 6 months extension, and then this is my another 6 months extension. And still working here, and I told you, Mapette, alive and kicking. Thank you.
Imagine, alive and kicking
That's so phenomenal.
after the Wonder. Yes, Mon, baka you might, yes, you're about to say something.
It's a very phenomenal and very inspiring story, Doc. No, I hope marami pang katulad mo, Doc, na ganyan ang ginagawa, no? Healthy lifestyle, no? At sana mahawa ang maraming mga doktor katulad nyo. At dumami pa ang Dr. Betzaida Banaag. Napakaganda
Oo
po.
nga.
Napakaganda po ng sharing nyo, Doc. At ngayon, naliwanagan kami lalo ni Mapette na dapat pala kami na rin, no? Ay talagang mag-everyday na rin, mag-take niyang Wonder Molecule na sinasabi mo, Doc. At
Actually,
napakaganda. Yes,
oo
Doc.
nga, ang tingin ko sa kanya, it's the best shield that you can have. Kasi hindi ordinary yung kalaban eh. Hindi siya kaya ng mga normal na vitamin, na mga normal na supplement. Hindi kaya yan kasi giant nga yung kalaban mo eh. Para kang si David and Goliath ang kalaban mo, di ba? So, siguro, Doc, no, having experienced the positive contribution of Wonder Molecule, the fact that you've been taking it already, no, that you were able to survive your positive COVID problem. I know you have been excited to share to your colleagues. How was their response? How was their response to your sharing?
Everybody was really excited to know ano talaga yung iniinom ko at bakit ako ganito. So I shared sa kanila, and most of the people my friends and my co-department heads, many of them are already taking the Wonder Molecule together with their vitamins. And also I want to tell you that even my family, they are also a regular user of the Wonder Molecule. Lahat sila. Pati even my grandchildren, I have 2 grandchildren who are suffering from asthma. They are also taking it. Ngayon, ang kanilang asthma, magkaroon man ay kayang-kaya na nilang i-manage. They don't need inhalers or anything. Off na sila sa ngayon doon.
Exactly. That's a very direct... Mon? Anymore?
So, Doc, may mga tanong kasi yung mga past episodes namin na hindi lang siguro ito na ikwento pa, no? Ano kaya ang dahilan, Doc, bakit yung ibang mga tao na nag-test daw sila ng positive, tapos nag-negative, tapos nag-positive ulit? Yung ano po ba yung mga nangyayari dyan, Doc? sa mga swab test. Ano po
Yung
ba
sa swab
pwede
test,
yung masabi doon?
yung sa swab test kasi actually, the RT-PCR is the gold standard. Very sensitive ito. Kaya from the beginning of the illness, and even during the incubation period, ay nakukuha niya yan, napipick up ng RT-PCR yung virus, so nagtetest positive, kaya siya yung ginagamit natin. But then, after 14 days, for example, of quarantine, and then niretest ulit sila using the RT-PCR, merong nagpa-positive ulit, pero makikita natin they don't have the signs and symptoms. Just because the RT-PCR is a very sensitive test, that even the virus, yung fragments na lang ng virus yun, which are non-infectious already, ay nadidetect pa rin niya. So that is the reason why after 14 days and during the last 3 days of the quarantine period, ay wala ka ng signs and symptoms, you are considered clinically recovered. So, wala pang enough na study tungkol dito, how long do you have the immunity? So, maybe very short or maybe mataas. Because I myself, I did not develop the IgG. Maaaring you can have the reinfection. So, we still have to be very, very, Kaya kung after few weeks na positive ka uli, it might be a reinfection. It could be a reinfection.
Okay. So, Mapette,
Doc,
maybe we can...
I have a question. I have a question lang. Or maybe I'll just postpone my question. Kasi alam ko yung HIV, which has been with us for so long, hanggang ngayon wala pa ring vaccine. Yung dengue, which has been with us for so long, hanggang ngayon wala pa ring vaccine. Is it possible na itong COVID wala ring vaccine? Posible kaya mangyari din yun?
Actually, sa ngayon ay meron naman na silang nakitang mga vaccine at ilan na dito ang nasa phase 3 ng clinical trial. So, very hopeful naman tayo na there will be a vaccine for COVID. Kasi maganda naman yung results, yung mga updates regarding the vaccines being tried on people. Nasa phase 3 na, clinical trials, phase 3 na.
Okay.
So, pwede
in the meantime,
yes, Mapette.
Health protocols.
So in the meantime, mag-wonder molecule muna kayo just to make sure.
So,
diba? Yes, Mon, you're about to say something.
Okay rin ba, Doc, na mag-take ka ng wonder molecule at kung may vaccine na darating, ay mag-take din sila nun. Pwede rin naman yun, Doc.
Ay,
sabay.
Yes, sure na pwede po yun. And it's even better kasi may bakuna ka na. And remember that the vaccine will be for COVID. How about other diseases na maaari mong makuha? So, kailangan protected ka sa lahat pa ng ibang sakit. Hindi na COVID. Yes.
Tama, Mapette, no? Maganda.
Lifetime na to
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so,
siguro, Mon, I will just read some of the comments now, no?
Yes.
According to Dayan Sabong.
Okay.
Sabi niya, wow, that's amazing, Dr. Betzaida. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
No? Sabi naman ni Alice Aparece, Doc, thank you so much. Wow, amazing product, Wonder Molecule. No? Sino pa? Sabi naman ni Lizelle Rigor, thank you for sharing, Dr. Betzaida. Iba-ibang spelling na Betzaida mo. Betzaida Banaag, amazing Wonder Molecule. Okay, ano pa? Mukhang walang nagtanong ha. Mukhang nasagot mo na yung mga tanong nila. Okay. At this point, siguro gusto ko rin, ano pa bang mga itatanong ko na naisip ko kanina na wala sa isip ko Mon, baka ikaw may itatanong pa kay Doktor.
Talagang sobra akong natuwa dito sa sharing ni Dr. Betzaida Banaag. Kasi nga, bihira akong makarinig ng mga doktor na talagang sinasabi nila lahat ang mga tinitake nila, no? At especially ito ay isang supplement pa nga, di ba? Ay talagang ini-equip niya tayo sa dapat nating gawin sa panahong ito. Kaya hindi lang daw wonder molecule, kundi talagang yung healthy lifestyle ay talagang yun ang ipo-focus din natin, ano? Yung healthy lifestyle, matulog ng maaga, okay, mag-wear ng mask para naman talagang sundin natin yung mga sinasabi ng ating government. Not may plastic shield pa. Para talagang completely we are protected. And of course, ang mga kababayan natin ay siyempre nag-aabang sila ng mga solusyon. Especially ngayon na napakamahal daw talaga ang mga hospital at takot sila magpunta ng hospital ang mga tao ngayon. Dahil million daw ang nagagastos nila sa mga private hospitals, no? And marinig lang nila na meron silang kamag-anak na may na COVID. Ito, talagang nanginginig sila. Buong pamilya, pinapainom na nila kung ano-ano, di ba? So ngayon, sinabi na ni Doc ang dapat inumin. At nakitang-kita naman na sa age ni Doc, no? Although hindi naman siya mukhang 65 na sinasabi niya, no? Mukha lang siyang 45, di ba? Ay,
Thank you.
ay talagang kahit pala senior citizen, kayang-kaya nang harapin ang mga katulad nitong mga challenges na ito, no? Basta lang ready ang katawan mo at equipped. So yan ang mga kababayan. Dapat nating sundin ang sinasabi ni Dr. Betzaida Banaag. Okay, Mapette?
Yes. More comments. Sabi ni Carol Ann Esmas, very enlightening, Dr. Banaag. And then sabi naman ni, thank you so much. Sabi ni Ligaya Tenido, thank you so much, Doktora, sa pag-share nyo tungkol sa Wonder Molecule. Wow, ang dami pang share. Hindi ko lang hindi ma-scroll yung aking okay. Okay, thank you so much sa pag-share ninyo. Ayun, maraming nagpapasalamat, Doktor. Nagkaroon sila ng linaw, nagkaroon sila ng pag-asa on how they can deal with the COVID problem. Of course, with the government doing the bida, tayo participating by following and sticking to the rules. Of course, we need good healthy lifestyle, as Mon has said, and of course, supplementation using the Wonder Molecule.
Okay.
Sir Mon?
Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Betzaida Banaag, for a great info that many of our viewers can use to help in their healing and well-being, and for giving us time for your super busy schedule as a city health officer and as a mom. Okay, but before you go, would you like to say a few words to our viewers muna, Doc? Kasi napakahalaga talaga ng time mo. We want more advice from you. Thank you so much, Doc. Now maybe you can share.
Yes, Doc.
Doc? Oh, wala si Doc. We can have few more words. If we can have more words from Dr. Betzaida, direct.
Doc, are you still in the house? On board? Tamo, ganun siya ka-busy, Mon.
Yeah.
Talagang pinagbigyan lang nila tayo. Sabi naman, tayo. May mga words pa dito. Yeah, pinagbigyan tayo. Wonder Molecule really works wonders. Thanks, Dr. Banaag.
Anyway.
Marami pang matutulungan, sabi ni Mike Galaraga. Okay. Ayun. So, we can say goodbye to Doctora.
Yes.
Unless you're still in the house, we can bring you back later on. But if not, have a good day.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc, for your time. Yes. Well, have a good day and more power to you, and may your kind multiply to help many more. To our viewers, we will be introducing another guest, this time a patient who has experienced epilepsy at a very young age. But before we do that, let's go back to our studio first for a few announcements. As Arnold Schwarzenegger says, I'll be back. Thank you for staying with us, dear viewers. Our next guest is from Luisiana, Laguna, the town next to the border of Quezon, which they call Baguio City of the South, because of its beautiful mountains and cool winds. He's young, at 21 years old, and a graduating electrical engineering student from Southern Luzon State University. Let's welcome Ramil Joshua Tolentino.
Thank you po, Sir Mon, for your introduction for me. Good afternoon po to everyone. Hello to everyone at sa lahat po ng nanonood. Simulan ko na po yung kwento ko. Lahat naman po tayo is maraming pangarap sa buhay, lalo na po bilang isang kabataan, bilang isang estudyante. At ngayon po, ako po ay, sabi ko nga, isang estudyante, maraming gustong gawing adventure sa buhay, at especially being a student, gusto po natin na makatulong agad sa ating magulang at bilang isang graduating student. Pero po, di po natin maiiwasan na marami tayong pagdaan ng challenges sa buhay. Kagaya nga po nung nangyari sa akin, nagsimula pong magbago yung buhay ko nung ako po ay third year high school. 17 years old po ako noon. Nagkaroon po ako ng sakit na epilepsy. Yung sakit ko po na epilepsy is hindi yung pangkaraniwang sakit lang na habang nakatayo or nakaupo is nagsisisure. Yung sakit ko po is kapag natutulog po ako inaatake. Ito daw po yung isa sa pinaka delikadong case ng epilepsy dahil once na atakihin po ako habang natutulog at ito ay grabe yung seizure, pwede na po akong daw mamatay and pwede na din po akong hindi mabuhay. Pero noong una po, hindi ko pa po alam na ganito po pala yung case ko. Sobrang dami ko pong ginagawang bawal. Pag-inom ng alak, too much stress, too much na pagpapagod, at marami pa pong ibang bawal pa lang na ginagawa ko. Pero nung nalaman ko nga po yun, natakot ako dahil ako nga po yung taong ang daming pangarap sa buhay. Ayoko pong mangyari na once na atakihin ako, bigla na lang pong mawala yung pangarap ko, especially yung pangarap ko din para sa aking pamilya. Once na atakihin po kasi ako, hindi ko na alam nung nangyayari sa akin. Makikita na lang ako ng mga magulang ko na nagkabog sa higaan ko, at minsan po is nagkakaroon po ako ng black eye dahil nahulog nga sa higaan. Pero ngayon po is okay na naman po ako. Nung nalaman ko nga po yun, yung seizure ko, sobrang nakakatakot. Nung una, wala talaga akong pakundangan na at wala talaga akong healthy lifestyle. Pero nung nalaman ko yun, talagang bago na talaga yung lifestyle ko. At saka po especially, ang laki din po ng pagbabago sa pang-araw-araw kong buhay, especially po sa pag-aaral. Noon po, ako po kasi is very competitive sa pag-aaral nung elementary at saka nitong high school ko. Pero noon po, simula nung nagkasakit ako, hindi ko na po kaya makapasok sa top 10 ng klase. At gayon din po parang naging isang pangkaraniwang estudyante na lang din po ako. Sabi ko nga po kanina, ang dami palang bawal sa akin. Sobrang bawal magpuyat, stress, pero bilang part ng being estudyante, hindi po natin maiwasan yung magpuyat, magpagod. Pero meron po akong isang bagay na hindi ko talaga give up, especially po yung paglilingkod ko sa Diyos. Paglilingkod ko din sa church namin bilang isang youth leader. Ngayon po ako isang president po sa Parish Youth Commission sa church po namin dito sa Luisiana, Laguna. Marami po talagang pagsubok na binibigay si Lord, especially nga po yung sakit ko na epilepsy. Pero hindi po ako nag-give up sa paglilingkod at especially hindi ko give up yung mga pangarap ko. Palagi nga po akong nasa simbahan, mahilig po ako magdasal at lagi ko pong pinagdadasal na sana gumaling na po yung sakit ko. Pero sa kakadasal ko nga po, binigay po ni Lord yung sagot sa aking kahilingan. Noon po na-meet ko mismo sa harap ng simbahan yung naging high school teacher ko, si Miss Mimosa Rondilla. Sabi po niya sa akin is, meron daw pong tao na makakatulong sa akin na masolusyonan yung sakit po na epilepsy. Ayun po, pinakilala po niya sa akin si Miss Carol Ann Esmas. Inintroduce po sa akin niya yung Wonder Molecule. Pinaliwanag niya po sa akin kung ano yung Wonder Molecule, ano po yung Wonder Molecule na magagawa niya para sa case ko, para sa epilepsy ko. Nung una, hindi pa po ako ganun kapaniwala na ganun yung mangyayari sa akin. Pero nung simula po nag-take na ako ng Wonder Molecule, nagulat ako kasi sobrang laking pagbabago, especially sa health ko. Yung 5 times na atake ko sa isang buwan, simula po talaga nung nag-take ako. Minsan po isang beses na lang ako atakihin or minsan po sobrang tagal na po ng pagitan ng atake ng seizure sa akin. Very thankful po ako dahil binigay ni Lord yung sagot dun sa dito sa epilepsy ko dahil sobrang gusto ko na talagang maging normal, maging mabago, magawa yung gusto kong gawin. Sabi nga, gawin yung mga adventure, gawin yung mga pangarap ko, at especially makatulong din sa iba na may condition na epilepsy. Dahil binigay ni Lord sa akin, ayoko namang sarilinin lang yung binigay ni Lord sa akin. Gusto ko ding ibahagi, lalo na dun sa mga bata or mga may sakit na epilepsy. I want to share them the Wonder Molecule na makakatulong talaga sa kanila. Ngayon nga po, hindi na po ako inaatake ng seizure, ng epilepsy. I want to continue na ipag-pray nyo po ako na totally epilepsy-free na po ako. Tsaka I want to inspire din po more na tao na sabi ko nga na mayroong epilepsy. At gayon din po, sobrang thankful ako dahil hindi ko na po pinag-aalala yung mga magulang ko na hindi na sila magdadali-dali na pumunta sa school namin para lang sunduin ako dahil napaidlip lang po ako noon sa klase namin. Tapos nagising ako na nasa clinic na ako, nakita ko yung mga magulang ko. Yun po kasi yung isang part na ayaw kong makita, parang nai-imagine ko po na ako yung nakikita ko na parang nalulungkot na yung magulang ko dahil wala na ako. Yun po yung isa sa pumapasok sa isip ko. At isa po yung sa masakit na part bilang anak na makita na may condition ka ng ganun, tapos pinag-aalala mo po yung magulang mo. Nakikita mo silang malungkot dahil sa'yo. Pero dahil nga binigay ni Lord na sagot for my condition, I want to be a part of a campaign na sana maraming case ng epilepsy na masolusyonan dahil sa Wonder Molecule. And sana wag na po tayo magduda kung ano yung nagagawa ng Wonder Molecule sa atin kasi for me, sobrang laking tulong po niya sa akin, especially po sa buhay ko. Yun lang po, and maraming salamat po. Thank you po.
Thank you, Ramil. Alam mo, ang nag-touch sa akin sa'yo, yung nagkaroon ka ng epilepsy when you were 17 years old. So usually,
Yes,
that's your teenage year. And normal teenager, ang daming insecurity, especially yung aspect ng self-esteem. Daming insecurity pag teenager. Eh di lalo na ikaw na nagkaroon ka ng isang debilitating disease, no?
Yes po,
Na
tita.
syempre, nandun yung nakakahiya, yung effect sa personalidad mo. Pero obviously, the fact that you continue to be a student leader, that you have continued to be a very prayerful person, at yung concern mo na hindi lang sa sarili mo, hindi yung kahihiyan mo, mas inisip mo yung magulang mo, nakakatuwa.
Yes,
So I see that you have a very strong character, Ramil, no? That's why you were able to withstand the years na bata ka pa. Kung kailan bata ka, doon ka nagkaroon ng epilepsy. Kaya binibigay sa iyo ni Lord ito. I'm sure because of that. Mon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Ramil. Napakaganda ng sharing mo. In fact, siguro, Dahil 50 million ang afflicted dito sa mundo, no? Globally, no? Mga 50 million epileptics, no? Ay siguro kung marinig nila yung sharing mo, ang laking ginhawa niya, no? Ang laking solusyon, ano? So, may question tayo dito na ano ang ipinagbago ng buhay mo mula nung nalunasan ang iyong epilepsy? May nagbago ba sa mga pangarap mo para sa sarili mo at para sa pamilya mo?
Ay, opo
Ramil?
naman po sir. Sobrang laking pagbabago po, especially po sa sarili ko. Sabi ko po, mas marami na akong bagay na magagawa dahil hindi ko na inaalala yung mapagod ako, mapuyat. Pero para po sa akin, nandun pa din yung pag-iingat sa sarili. At gayon din po dun sa pangarap ko. Kumbaga, mas lumaki yung pangarap ko, hindi po para lamang sa sarili ko, para sa magulang ko, para po sa mas maraming tao at para mas maraming matulungang sabi ko nga po kanina ng mga kabataan na may sakit na epilepsy pero hindi lang po kabataan, basta po may sakit na epilepsy, gusto ko pong silang tulungan and masolusyonan din yung epilepsy nila katulad nung nangyari sa akin na binigay ni Lord talaga yung sagot for my condition. Yun po.
Napakaganda, Mapette.
Ako naman may question mo, ano ba talaga yung epilepsy? Ano ba, hindi siya sakit, di ba? Hindi siya nakakahawa. So ano siya?
Well, Mapette, sabi ng mga doktor, ng ating mga guest, no, ay natuto ako sa kanila, sabi nila, yan ay isang central nervous system or neurological disorder in which yung brain activity becomes abnormal, causing seizures or periods of unusual behavior, sensations, and sometimes loss of awareness. Anyone actually can develop epilepsy. Epilepsy affects both males and females of all races, ethnic backgrounds, and ages. In fact, today, most epilepsy is treated with medication, drugs, but they do not cure epilepsy. What happens is they can often control the seizures. Okay, yun ang nakokontrol ng mga drugs, no? Very well, no? And about 80% of the people with epilepsy today have their seizures controlled by medication, and at least some of the time, no? Of course, that means 20% of the people with epilepsy are not helped by medication at all. Ngayon, alamin natin kay Ramil kung anong klaseng dahilan. Ano kaya ang dahilan ng kanyang epilepsy? Kasi nga, sabi nga ng mga studies daw, ay pwede siyang maging dahil sa genetics, no? Or brain structure abnormalities, or metabolism changes, or immune system abnormality like an autoimmunity, for example, or dysfunction of the immune system, no? Either overreaction or underreaction. Or pwede rin daw na dahilan ay trauma, or stroke, or tumor, kung may tumor, di ba? And other infectious disease. So alamin natin kay Ramil, ano ba ang sabi ng mga doktor mo, Ramil, kung ano daw ba ang naging dahilan ng iyong epilepsy? Ng seizure.
Sir Mon, may I butt in bago Ramil, no? Kasi we need to hang on to that answer.
Yes,
Let's get back to our studio for some announcements.
Okay. Let's have a break.
Let's have a break. So I think we just have time to get the answer of Ramil, no?
Yes.
Yung tinanong
So
ni
let's have
Ramon sa'yo, Ramil.
Yes po.
Okay, tignan natin
Sige
yung
po.
sagot ni Ramil. Ano ba sabi ng mga doktor mo, Ramil? Ano daw dahilan?
Nung una po, sige, simulan ko na po muna. Nung una po ay, nung nagpa-check up po ako ng EEG tsaka ECG, sa result po nung sa brain ko is wala naman po silang nakitang abnormalities. At nung pinapaliwanag lang po nung mga magulang ko yung nangyayari sa akin yung nagsisisure habang natutulog. Sabi po nila ay case nga daw po yun ng epilepsy. Hindi po, tinanong din po nila sila, yung mga magulang ko, kung ano daw po yung nangyari sa akin nung bata pa ako, yung nahulog kung saan, tapos nabagok yung ulo ko po. Pero sabi naman po nila wala pong any case na nangyari na ganun.
Okay.
Tsaka din po sa genetic, wala naman po, parang di naman po namamana yung sakit na epilepsy. Di para pong kinonsider na yung sakit ko is autoimmune kasi hindi po nila talaga alam kung saan talaga nagmula.
Okay. Ngayon, mas maliwanag na ngayon, Mapette, ang pinanggalingan ng epilepsy niya ay, according to the doctors, ay yung immune system na lang talaga. No? So, it is the abnormality of the immune system. It's a dysfunction of the immune system. No? So, yun ay nangailangan ng suppression. Kasi nga, nag-overreact yung immune system niya. Okay? So, a particular stimulant. Ano man yun. So, ano ba ang relationship nito sa wonder molecule? So, i-relate natin ito sa sinabi ni Dr. Betzaida Banaag kanina na ang wonder molecule ay nakakatulong yan sa pag-suppress ng overreactive immune system. At yun din naman ang sinabi ni Dr. Maria Luisa Venida nung episode 1 natin, na ang wonder molecule has the ability to suppress an overactive immune system, and when it does not need any more suppression, it will now automatically shift to regulation. So that is a very intelligent, intuitive immune system. So what happens if you take pala the wonder molecule, Ramil, is that your immune system becomes powerfully intuitive. So yan ay intuition. Ibig sabihin sa Tagalog niyan ay kutob. No? Nagkakaroon ng kutob yung iyong resistensya to be able to see whether balanced na siya o hindi pa. So kung kailangan ng i-balance, ay ibabalance siya ng immune system. Kung nag-overreact siya, isusuppress siya. Pag hindi na kailangan ng suppression, magre-regulate na siya. And that's the beauty of wonder molecules, because for other infection naman, it can shift to stimulate. So ibig sabihin, kaya rin niya mag-boost. No? At the same time, shift again to suppress if there's a need. So ganun lang, ganun ka-intelligent. And just to summarize siguro, no, for the audience, kung ano ba talaga yung nagagawa ng wonder molecules, ay tatlo na ibibigay niya. Nagbibigay siya ng, according ito sa mga doktor natin na guest, no? Ang sabi nila ay nagbibigay ito ng intelligence, intuition, and it also gives nutrition to the immune system. So napakaganda kasi tatlo, 3 in 1. Kumbaga, yung intelligence, na sinabi nga ni Dr. Banaag kanina, is the CMI, cell-mediated immunity, no? So coming from the white blood cells, and nagkaroon siya ng memory, which is the highest form of immunity one can ever have. So intelligence with trillions of immunity coming from the source, no? And then intuition, which is the ability to recognize self from non-self. And of course, that is a very powerful ability of the immune system. And of course, the third is nutrition. As Dr. Dungog also mentioned about that, no? The very powerful ability to boost the immune system by 437%. So I guess, Ramil, we would like to ask you for any last words for our listeners. Yes, we really thank you so much. Okay, yeah.
I think at this point we may have to end a little, go a little faster, and would like to thank Ramil for a very inspiring story, no?
Sure.
So, yes. Before we end, siguro, Mon, you just want to talk about the book? Kasi meron ang aking humble partner dito, merong libro called How Eagles Think. Ganda ng title. Baka you might want to discuss it before we close the show.
Sure. Yeah. So before anything, I would like to mention this that I have a book which actually empowers everyone who will read it. The name of the book is How Eagles Think. This book will empower you to master the art of dealing with the most difficult relationships, close sales like never before, and achieve your awesome destiny through emotional mastery and thought leadership. Emotional mastery means having a bulletproof brain that cannot be hurt by anything, while thought leadership means acquiring an indestructible mindset that leads to greatness. Okay, Mapette?
Wow. Wow. That's a big wow. Now, we're talking about this kasi meron kaming good news sa inyo. This is a 235-page ebook, no? How Eagles Think. And you know what? You can have it for free. Ramon here, who is actually a philanthropist, has two organizations. Tikum Olam, which is his fight against leprosy, and also the Frontliners Rescue Team 911, which is also his way to fight against COVID-19 for frontliners who became positive. Tutulungan niya. Now, what you can do, if you would like to help in that effort, is to contribute $4, which is very small, which is parang tip lang yan sa Amerika. No? This small amount compared to the amazing knowledge of the two qualities of a leader, which Mon said is thought leadership and emotional mastery, will definitely go a long way to help many. How do we do that, Mon?
Okay, just go to my website, which is listed below, www.coachramonmendoza.com.
Okay. Screenshot nyo na para matandaan nyo. Okay. Let the camera do the work. 2-in-1, nakatulong ka na. May free ebook ka pa. So, sign up na.
Okay.
So, at this point, you'd like to close, Mon?
Yeah, thank you, dear viewers, for staying tuned to Healthline with Mon and Mapette.